right, we're going to begin today's class. So go ahead and find a comfortable seated position near the front of your mat. Maybe you're crisscross applesauce. Maybe you're seated on your shins. Roll the shoulders a couple of times up into the ears and back, and then reverse. Taking the last one back up onto the ears on your inhale, and then exhale. Allow the shoulders to fall down the back as you take the hands out to the upper thighs. Get in touch with your breath. A couple of slow, drawn out inhales in through the nose, out through the mouth at first. Really practicing the fullness of an inhale and an exhale. As we breathe in, we pull in vitality, energy, and life. Invigorating inhale. And as we exhale, we relax the body fully. We tell the body that it's safe. The nervous system responds by slowing our heart rate, allowing our muscles to melt a little bit. Both the inhale and the exhale are vital to this practice. In our inhale, we draw in that life force energy, that productivity, that creativity. We remember who we are and why we are. And on our exhale, we let go of the things that are not within our control. We say, everything's okay as is. We have the tools that we need to deal with our aliveness. Use the breath as a vehicle for presence, for focusing on exactly what is going on with all five senses, moving away from the distracting thoughts and feelings that want to pull us away from this room. But you can also use the breath as a metaphor for achieving more of whatever it is that you want or you need in your life. Bring a goal to focus. Something that you want for yourself. Maybe it's now, maybe it's in the next 5-10 years, it doesn't matter. Let it come into your mind's eye. And as you inhale, pull in all the goodness of that goal, why you want it, how it will make you better, how it will make your well-being increase. See yourself achieving it. And in your exhale, let go of all of the things that are not within your control surrounding that goal. Remember that you want this goal to be achieved. Your identity, your worth, your goodness is not wrapped inside of it. And so in the exhale, we let go. We submit to presence and we say we are good as is, even though we want more. There's always something that we need to let go of so that we can allow more of what we want or need. Make some space before we begin our practice. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift the hands up overhead, pull the palms together and exhale them down to your heart. Bow the chin to the chest. Dedicate this practice to whatever that goal is. To the goodness, to the letting go, to the recognition that you're good as is. As you inhale, reach the hands up overhead. And exhale, go ahead and roll the wrists all the way down till they reach your sides, rolling up over the knees. Taking your heart aligned to the front of your mat, your hands beneath your shoulders, your knees beneath your hips. Find a little bit of movement in the spine. Maybe you do some circles. Really finding any areas that feel sticky or stuck. And then reverse your circles to the other direction. Make this practice your own. When you're ready, find stillness. Take your knees to the wide edges of your mat, your big toes together, and sink your tailbone back onto your heels as you reach your fingertips far out in front of you. You should feel a gentle stretch in your armpits. Your forehead should touch the mat. And as you exhale, I want you to let go of any tension that's keeping you from relaxing into the pose. The shoulders soften. The space between the eyebrows relaxes. The jaw melts. The hips open. Breathe into the body, into the low back, into the hips, into the back itself, the chest. Release tension. Taking a little bit of tension into the hands, slowly roll the body all the way back up into an all-fours position. Ground the hands beneath the shoulders, the knees beneath the hips. Take a deep inhale into the nose. And exhale. Curve the spine towards the sky. Pull the tailbone underneath of you. And then as you inhale, allow the belly to sink down to the mat as you lift the heart and tailbone as one. Cow pose. Exhale one vertebrae at a time, tucking that tailbone beneath you. Let the head, neck, and shoulders relax. Cat. And then inhale, allow the belly to collapse as the heart and tailbone rise. 2 more times to the beat of your own breath. Really stretching through the spine and the core. Fluid movement. And then meeting in neutral. Neutral spine here. Breathe. We're going to go ahead and lift the left fingertips up, so stacking the shoulders. And then as you exhale, you're going to weave that down, palm facing down until the shoulder hits the mat. Tailbone stays up towards the sky. You can move the right fingertips out a little bit to press that shoulder down. Breathe into the stretch. Right fingertips come right back down underneath the shoulder as you press that palm to lift the left fingertips up, stack the shoulders, twist. And then exhale. back to neutral. This time we press into the left hand, reaching the right fingertips up, stack the shoulders, find that twist. And then exhale, palm facing down. We weave all the way under, collapse the shoulders, taking the left fingertips out to the other side to press you down a little bit deeper. Breathe. Take the left palm down beneath the shoulder, press into it to lift back up into that twist. Stack the shoulder. And then exhale, hand comes down. Relax the spine. Go ahead and put a little bit of movement into it. And then find neutral. Press the toes down into the mat here, lifting the knees up so that they hover. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale, go ahead and begin to lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Keep a slight bend in the knees for downward facing dog. The tailbone inches its way up towards the sky, so we don't have to straighten the legs, especially if we struggle with flexibility through the hamstrings. But we keep that intention of lifting the tailbone up while we're pressing the heels a little bit farther down. As you inhale, go ahead and lift the right foot up off the ground. The hip stays squared down to the mat, so pinky toe squared down. And then exhale, set it down. Inhale, a left heel lifts up towards the sky. Pinky toe squared down. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, right toe lifts all the way up. Open the hip, point the toe. And then exhale, pull it through between the hands. And we're going to lift the torso up into a high lunge. Exhale, hands come to prayer as we sink down. Take that back knee and bend it down ever so slightly. You're going to feel a pull in the front of your hip. Breathe into it. Inhale, lift the hands up. And as you exhale, you're going to open that back foot to the short edge of your mat, so your heel should intersect the center of the arch of the foot. You're going to twist your torso towards the side of the room and take your gaze over the front fingertips. This is Warrior 2. Inhale, go ahead and lift up. Come up straight from that bottom leg, and exhale, sink a little deeper without sinking forward. Make adjustments as you need to. Inhale, press body forward. And as you exhale, take the back hand behind the back as you lift the fingertips up. Reverse warrior. Inhale, go ahead and come back into Warrior 2, reset. And then pivoting those back toes back towards the front of the room. Come back into that high lunge and exhale, go ahead and bend that back knee ever so slightly so you feel that stretch in the front of the hips once again. It's almost like you're pressing your pelvis forward to intensify that stretch. Inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot here in low lunge. And then go ahead and release the left shin down, pressing that hip flat, straight. So one long line from the top of the head to the base of your tailbone. Breathe here. Slowly walk the hands back now as you flip that toe up towards the sky. Stretching now into the hamstring, the back of the leg. Breathe. Exhale, go ahead and close the space so the foot comes flat. Hands frame the foot, flip the left toes, lift up. And then as you exhale, step back into downward facing dog and pedal out the feet. Release one heel and then the other. And then find stillness, pressing the heart towards the upper thighs. Deep breaths. Inhale, the left heel reaches up towards the sky. Keep the pinky toe square. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, right heel reaches up. Pinky toe square. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, left toe reaches all the way up towards the sky. Point the toe, single leg dog, and then exhale, pull it through between the hands. And inhale, lift the torso, bend through that back knee ever so slightly, lifting the torso totally upright. Exhale, the hands come down to prayer. Tilt the pelvis so that you feel that stretch through the front of the leg. Flexor stretch. We stay here, we breathe to release tension. And then inhale, lift the hands up. And exhale, go ahead and take that foot back to the short edge of your mat so your heel should intersect the middle of the arch. The torso stays fully upright in the center of the mat as you take your gaze over those front fingertips. Make adjustments as you need to. Keeping a bend in that front leg. We're not sinking forward, we're sinking down. So only go as far as your body allows. Inhale, lift up, straighten the leg. Exhale, sink down. Make adjustments as you need to. The only thing that's facing the side of the room in terms of the upper body is the eyes. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, take that back hand behind the back as you lift the fingertips up. Reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. We're going to pivot now so the back toes face forward. Find that slight little bend and exhale the hands down to prayer. Once again, stretching through the front and that hip. Breathe into the tension. Inhale, come up. Exhale, split the hands, bring them down to frame the foot in low lunge, and then release the right shin down. Align your heart up and forward so you have one nice long line from the top of your head to the base of your tailbone. If it means coming onto the fingertips, please do so. The stretch is concentrated in the front of this. As you exhale, go ahead and walk the hands back, lifting that left toe up towards the sky. So we're stretching into the back of your hamstring. Breathe. You can intensify the stretch by sticking your tailbone out a little bit more. So we're tilting the pelvis back. It's It's not about bringing our heart down to the shin. Sometimes these little adjustments help get us the best possible stretch. Slowly walk the foot flat. Hands come down to frame the foot. Flip the right toes into the mat, lift up, and exhale. Find downward facing dog, pedal out the feet. Strong through the shoulders, pressing the heart back towards the upper thighs. And then find stillness. Notice the difference in your hamstrings. Take some deep breaths. Slowly release your left shin down and then your right. We're going to go ahead and swing the legs forward, coming down to lie on our backs. So the feet remain hip width apart. And we're going to scooch our glutes about 6 inches or so away from our heels. The hands are going to come down alongside the body, pressing the shoulder blades into the mat, the palms into the mat. And then taking our torso and flattening the back into the mat. We're going to take a deep inhale in. And then exhale, we're going to press the hips up towards the sky, using the glutes as power. You can walk your shoulder blades underneath the view, and maybe you clasp your hands together into a little fist. But we're going to stay here, focusing on squeezing our glutes to keep us upright. You don't need to go very high if you don't want to. Just try not to let the low back be compromised. Reset if at any point you feel pain in the low back. This is about squeezing your bum, the back of the legs. One more deep breath here. And then exhale, go ahead and release all the way back down. Breathe. We're going to go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to relax out to either side. We're going to stay here for a minute. You can take the hands even, place them above the head, and then drag them down to 90 degrees. This is called cactusing the arms. Your focus is just to focus on relaxing those hip flexors open. Let go of the tension stored in your low abdomen, in your pelvic floor. Your focus is on your breath and letting the hips relax. Slowly take the feet flat. And then go ahead and slowly begin to lift the torso up. And take the feet out in front of you. We're going to lift the body up, so if you want to double check, you can take the palms flat, roll the shoulders down and back, flex the toes up. And then as you exhale, You're slowly going to walk the body a little bit farther forward. So it's not about fully collapsing. It's about keeping that upright position, just ever so slightly bending forward. You can anchor the hands on the calves, the ankles, or the toes, wherever you can comfortably get, without compromising low back. Slowly walking the torso back upright, bringing the feet back in to where we started, and then again releasing the spine all the way down. Allow your feet to drop to either edge of your mat, and your arms to collapse at your sides, palm facing up towards the sky. Coming into final Shavasana. Making space here at the end to simply breathe and to come back to your intention, back into that goal that you dedicated your practice to at the beginning of class. Using the metaphor, explore where there's room to let go, and what you'd like to bring your focus in on instead. Relax the body, open the mind, and breathe. On your next inhale, go ahead and take your hands up above your head, clasp them together, bring your toes together, and stretch in opposite directions. One big release of energy. And then let it go. As you feel ready and led, you can make your way into a seated position for final salutations. Thank you for joining me for class today. Appreciated your presence, joining with me for a gentle, relaxing flow. I will We'll see you back here on Wednesday at our regular time of 12 o'clock. We have one more week of meeting a little bit